everyone, and welcome back to the Wealthline shores of Lake Oswego, the home of Lady Gaga. Today, we answer a question that I've been asked more than any other wheel. Is this wheel all it's cracked up to be? Is it worth $5,000? Honestly, I hesitate with my answer, not because I don't know, but because it is so overwhelmingly difficult to put into words how insanely fast this EUC is. This is 1,000 miles on the InMotion P6. So today, in order to find out, we're going to take one of my favorite routes from Lake Oswego along Terwilliger to the Portland Cherry Blossoms. So, let's get into it. At $4,999, just saying that out loud sounds insane. It's approaching Huron territory, mountain e-bike territory. But here's the thing, I think it may actually be a good deal. Because think about it, of all the things, planes, trains, cars, e-foils, and fart machines, there are very few things, if anything really, that you can buy for $5,000 that gets you to near 80% terminal velocity, brand new. I just don't think there's anything else like it on Earth. Yeehaw! We're doing just about 45 miles an hour right now. We are currently hauling ass. Ooh, nobody give me golden no meals. Get my gold pan and go down there and pan for gold. This isn't just another EUC. This propels and launches the sport, the hobby, the community into a place that I don't think we're ready for. It is a step change. It changes the scale of what these things can do and what this sport is.
What's that?
It's an electric unicycle. Yeah. Now, if you're sitting there thinking 93 miles an hour is not that fast, let me assure you that 93 miles an hour on a single wheel is stupid, insanely fast.
Mr. Sir, I'm gonna try to get ahead of you, thank you. Mr. Sir, I'm gonna run into you, thank you.
Look, above 65 miles an hour on a single wheel starts to feel like that numb feeling that an aircraft gets right before it starts to take off. And you're there leaning so hard into that takeoff, and you just have to trust that those wings will make you fly. Let's talk hardware just for a second here. The 6,000 watt nominal motor spins at up to 136 miles an hour. Think about that for a second. Not only that, but the 56S 4P battery delivers 235 volts, which is an extraordinary amount of power to be managed by this machine. Oh, it's so beautiful, oh my God! Now, one thing I don't necessarily like is the lack of Hall sensor redundancy, which at these speeds is something I would really, really want. I don't know if the speeds themselves are the cause of the lack of Hall sensor redundancy, right? Maybe it's really, really hard to do that at these crazy speeds. You know, that's a nice safety feature, and clearly I've put 1,000 miles on this thing and I haven't needed it, but I feel like I would be doing you a disservice if I didn't mention it.
Oh my god.
Now, when it comes to range, here's the thing, is with this extreme high voltage, you kind of get a double-edged sword situation where, A, you get incredible efficiency. If you're just riding this thing at like, 30 miles an hour or something like that, you're gonna go forever. You're gonna do 70, 80 miles with 4,200 watt hours. But if you are smashing it at above 65, you can easily eat up the battery in like 30 miles. But oftentimes, more than not, you're gonna find yourself smashing it because it is just so fun to smash on this wheel. Oh my god. The rumors are true. It is as smooth and stable as they all say. And, of all the things that I could complain about, let's see, the things I could complain about. The app is pretty slow, like connecting to the wheel and updating the log information and stuff is just pretty slow. I would like more features from the app. There's rumors circulating around a acceleration assist feature that the race riders had initially. That's coming in a future firmware update. Besides the sort of lack of features there, every once in a while it will turn on and it won't necessarily balance right away. There's just like a lot of computer stuff going on there, and that's pretty classic InMotion. These are pretty small things overall. I've also noticed every once in a while, if you like put the wheel on uneven ground, like muddy ground, and you're just like trolleying the wheel, you can get vibrations. It feels like this wheel is running like a higher frequency to the balancing algorithm, and it just gets like these interesting vibrations at trolley speed on surfaces like mud. Weird thing. But there are so many other incredible good things about this wheel, like the amazing charger port, which clicks in like it's built for an electric car. And even though there's some quirks around the charger, I think you can only charge it up to 16 amps with the provided charger. And so I guess you can charge higher with that, but like how can you when it only works with their charger? I don't know what's going on there. The power that this thing delivers is truly insane. Ridiculous. Stupid. The build quality is all right. I feel like the batteries are going to survive, but after taking off the top casing, I don't know. They get like a C+ from me as far as the waterproofing and stuff. They coated all the cables and connectors, so I'm not worried about it at all, but it was a little bit of a sloppier job than Leaperchem would do in terms of packaging. But that being said, the fact that you are getting a silicon carbide, 400 volt platform motherboard that was contracted to be built by the same company who built Tesla's motherboards is pretty cool. The fact that this has something like 500% more headroom above its operating voltage, and the thing will continuously put out 20,000 watts. And there's people online who have like dipped the pedals, hitting 26,000 watts, which is just an absurd amount of power. Maybe the main takeaway I've had with this wheel is that you need to give yourself a longer window of time to learn this thing. Usually you get really comfortable with something at around 200 miles. At this thing, at around 500 miles is when you start realizing just how incompetent you really are and how much it still has left to teach you. And that's where I'm at, is this wheel has so much left to teach me. Here we are. And we made it in record time from Lake Oswego to the Portland cherry blossoms. It's beautiful. So is it worth $5,000? First of all, this wheel is not for everyone. There's a certain skill level, a certain physical demand, a certain level of risk. And to answer the question, you know if you're the person that it will be worth $5,000. Let's put it this way. Oh, hello, little ladybug. Let's put it this way. No matter how I describe this wheel, I will always be under-delivering and under-promising the insanity that it delivers. If you want to feel like you're strapped to a jet engine, setting land speed records, this is it, right here. And the wild thing is, I still feel like I haven't even unlocked everything that it has to offer 1,000 miles later. That's what makes this wheel different, is that it will truly humble you as a rider. I'm Cameron. If this helped, you know what to do. Thanks for coming along, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.